Coach, thanks for joining us again this week. You know, you're just coming off a big 31-7 win in the Ivy League opener at Penn. You haven't played a whole lot, in the last couple of years, but now you're playing on national TV. What was that like for the team?
Oh, it was a great weekend for our guys. Friday night, we had an early trip. The guys loved the night games. We had broke out the black pants, which they were excited about. But we went down and we played hard. We had to be physical. My thought was the interior lines were going to control the game, and that's how it bore out. Our defensive front was outstanding. Our offensive line opened up a bunch of seams, and the end result was we put a bunch of points on the board and had a nice victory.
Yeah, that offensive line really did a great job, for Nick Howard and Zach Bear once again. Both nearly went over 100. Howard did. Howard, this is his second straight game over 100 and also a second straight game with 2 touchdowns. He's only one of 4 Dartmouth backs ever to do that since the Ivy League started playing in 1956, and all of them are your running backs, Al Rozier, Nick Weger, and Dominic Pierre.
Wow, it's a fact I didn't know, but nice to add Nick to the list. Yeah, he's been hugely impactful. He's a tough, rugged guy. He can throw the football. He made that 4th down throw on the naked action, but a powerful runner. And he sees his vision is real good. We're opening up a bunch of seams. Obviously, with Zach Bear in the backfield, people have to honor that run fake with Zach. It slows him down a little bit and opens up some vertical creases. But we want to keep doing with him the things we've been doing. Kevin Daft has put together some great game plans early on, and he'll be a featured part in the future of our program.
And the defensive effort was stellar. It might even been better than the offensive effort. Just 7 points, had one mishap early in the game, but other than that, Penn, I think half of Penn's yards came on that one play for the entire game and really just shut down whatever the Quakers were doing.
Exactly right. Don Dobes, Dwayne Brooks, and Sam McCorkle really do a nice job with the defensive plan. The one gaff, we leaked on a coverage and a long throw, but to your point, half of their yardage was on that one play. From that point on, pressure on the quarterback, he had no place to go or time to get there. We defended the run extremely well. Our linebacking core continues to play real solid football. And the guys, they're playing well together. They're having some fun and really enjoy what they're doing as a group.
Special teams continued their good play. Jamal Cooney with a couple returns. The block punt, Robert Crockett, really came up big there and set the tone for the rest of the game, it seemed. No,
exactly right. Anytime you're on the road and you have a big play, it just really stimulates the entire squad and the people on the sideline. And Crockett came out. It was actually not a block situation, but he came clean off the edge. He's got great speed, and then Sam McCorkle really does a good job coaching those guys. Blocked the punt, couldn't find it for a minute, located it, scooped it, and scored. And a great lift for all of us. And then on the back end, returns. Jamal Cooney had 2 big punt returns for us, and he continues to make a difference. Field position, again, the emotional boost when you see a guy in the open field doing what he's been doing.
And then you also had the return of Connor Davis, and he got a field goal kicked, and he did his PAT work flawlessly. What does it mean to have him back out there and just kind of like a safety net for you guys?
Well, Cameron Baller's really done a great job for us, and he'll continue to do the kickoffs. I think 8 kickoffs, 6 were in the end zone, and they only tried to return 1. But having Connor back, just an experienced guy, he's very, very solid with his PAT field goals. It was nice, our first field goal attempt of the year. Protection was a little bit leaky. We got to tighten that one up, but that doesn't faze him. He does his job. The operation, Josh Green, really solid with his snaps. The punt game, we didn't have to do much, but Cameron Baller's doing a good job in that regard. So, we're making progress. Again, a step up from the previous game, and we need to do it again this weekend.
Homecoming this weekend, always an emotional game. You've got Yale in town, the team that you shared the Ivy League title with in 2019, the last time you were on the field. Obviously, Yale is probably going to remember the beating that you gave them back then 2 years ago. So how do you prepare your team for a Yale team that is very good once again?
Yeah, a very solid football team. We've seen all of their games. They've seen all of ours. Certainly reminiscing on the last time we had those guys. Great crowd, great day. It should be the same this time around. But we're going to have to play extremely well. And again, up front, offensive and defensive lines, they've got wonderful running backs really doing some damage. We've got to learn to limit him. And then in the back end, break. They've got a couple of receivers, tight ends that really are impressive and control those guys a little bit. Offensively, ball control. We've done a real good job with that. You keep an opposing offense on the sideline, they can't score. And Derek Kyler's done a great job with that, kind of manipulating and moving the offense. And we need a big effort this weekend against a very capable team.
All right, Coach. Well, good luck against the Bulldogs this weekend.
All right. Thanks, Rick.